Good morning, children. Welcome back to our Google Classroom. We discussed the first half of the story. This is Jody's Fawn in the previous class. Let's recap the main points which we have already discussed. Jody's father was bitten by a rattlesnake. They killed a doe and used its liver and heart to remove the poison. Then they returned home. The thought of the fawn haunted Jody. He asked his father's permission to bring the fawn home because he believed that it is their responsibility to take care of it. They killed its mother. His father agreed to that. Jody went to the forest with Millville and they started to search for the fawn. Jody sent Millville back because he wanted to search for the fawn alone. So Millville went back. Jody started to search for the fawn alone. We discussed up to this. Let's continue the lesson. Jody was searching for the footprints of the fawn. Suddenly, there was a movement which surprised Jody and he fell backwards. It was the fawn. The fawn appeared in front of him. The fawn turned its head with a wide motion. It looked at Jody. It was shaking, but Jody purposely did not make an effort to move from there. Because if he had moved, then he would have scared the fawn. He whispered to the fawn, "It's me." The fawn lifted its nose and started smelling Jody. Jody laid his hand on the soft neck of the fawn. Jody was extremely excited. Then slowly he moved near the fawn and put his arms around its body. The moment the fawn shivered a little, but it did not move. He started to touch it gently. Its skin was soft, smooth, shiny, and clean. Jody lifted the fawn from the ground. The legs of the fawn were very long, so he had to lift up the fawn a little bit higher so that he could move with him in his arms. Jody was afraid that it might kick and cry at the sight and smell of its mother. So, in order to avoid the sight of the dead body of the doe, he stepped into the dens of the bushes. As he was moving through the bushes, it was difficult for him to carry the fawn. Jody tried to protect the fawn's face from the thorns. He walked as fast as he could and reached to a joint where one of the roads leads to his home. Jody was very tired. He wanted to take rest. So he kept the fawn on the ground. The fawn looked at Jody and started to cry. Suddenly, he remembered that his father told him that a fawn will follow you once you carry it first for a while. So, Jody patted it and walked away. The fawn took a few shaky steps and it cried. It was willing to follow him because the fawn belonged to him. He became very happy. On the way home, he carried it for some time and let it follow him for a while. They finally reached home, and Jody wanted to show his father that the fawn followed him, but the fawn refused to climb the stairs. So he carried it up the steps, and his father could see Jody's happiness through his bright eyes. Jody then took it to the kitchen to feed it his share of milk. He dipped his fingers into the milk and let it suck. He fed the milk patiently till the gourd was left empty. Jody became very happy. This is the end of our story. We have some textual activities. Page number 93, Working with Language. This activity is related to reported speech that we can do after completing the grammar portion reported speech in our grammar textbook. Second one, look at these two sentences. He tumbled backward. It turned its head. The first sentence has an intransitive verb. Intransitive verb means a verb without an object. The second sentence has a transitive verb. It has a direct object. We can ask, what did it turn? You can answer, its head. It turned its head. Say whether the verb in each sentence below transitive or intransitive. Ask yourself a what question about the verb as in the example above. For some verbs, the object is a person. So, ask the question who instead of what. First one, Jody then went to the kitchen. We will not get an answer to the question who or what for this verb. So, it is an intransitive verb. Second one, the fawn warbled after him. Here also we will not get an answer. It is also an intransitive verb. Third question, you found him. Here we will get the answer him. So it is a transitive verb. Find out the rest of the answers yourself. Next one, activity 3. Here are some words from the lesson. Working in groups, arrange them in the order in which they would appear in the dictionary. Write down some idioms and phrasal verbs connected to these words. Use the dictionary for more idioms and phrasal verbs. Do it yourself. That's all for today. A YouTube URL is attached. Watch the video. The notes of this chapter is also attached. Learn it. A test paper is also included. Submit your answers as soon as possible. We can meet in the next class with a new topic. Thank you.